The triple option hath returned. I am here. I'm your fearless host, Trey Rowland. I'm here with the best two smartest video guys and many other type of guy in the entire FSU beat game. I'm here with the coach, Adam Brown. Adam, what's up?
Phillies are up 7-0. Suck it, Astros.
Oh, in your face, Houston. Hopefully we don't have a lot of people from that Texas area that are watching. But
I
if
love
you are,
all of our
sorry.
listeners if you are, but
There you go. Suck up real quick. That
Not
was
if you're a
nice.
player on the Astros.
that's right.
Absolutely not. Wonderful move. Very, very, very nicely done there, Adam. And I'm here with Kevin Little. Kevin, how are you doing? Any cities in Texas that you want to tell them to suck or what?
Nah, I think I'm good with most Texas cities. I think this week is mostly focused on a city down south, North Cuba.
Ooh, now we're talking about a city that Kevin Little, don't let his stoic demeanor fool you and his cool analytical brain. My man hates him some Miami, and I can't wait to talk about it. It is great. Your hate of Miami, before we talk about the Florida State versus Georgia Tech game, that's what we're here to do, and that's what people are here to see. Kevin, just expound a little bit. You really don't like Miami. Has it always been this way, or has it been more of a recent development? Because I will say I love it that you're one of us.
Yeah, Miami has a special place in my heart. I don't know what it is. I grew up in Atlanta, hotbed of college football. So you have every kind of fan in Atlanta. You know, growing up, you have the Alabamas, the Georgias, the Floridas, whatever. The Miamis were something special, and they stand out amongst the crowd. And what really stinks about Miami is, you know, win or lose, it never feels like they back you up afterwards. So if they beat FSU, it's like they're gonna just crap the bed the rest of the season, and you're just sitting there like, well, now our loss looks extra terrible. And if you beat them, they crap the bed the second half of the season. You're like, well, now that win means nothing. So, you know,
And they never shut up.
Never shut up. So, yeah, my preview will hopefully that bias will not come out, but between us people, I doubt many Miami fans are sitting here watching the Georgia Tech post game. But if you are, I'm sorry, my bias is here right now. I'm getting it all out.
I love it. I love how you basically describe Miami fans as David Attenborough would describe a deep sea anglerfish in planet Earth, like some sort of alien space creature, especially standing out in a city of people that bark like bulldogs to signify.
They're not much better.
Yeah, that signify their college football fandom. The Miami fan stands proud and true. Well, speaking of standing proud and true, Florida State did just that against Georgia Tech. They improved to 5-3. They beat the Yellow Jackets 41-16. A pile of yards, 642 total yards. Jordan Travis had 396 through the air, 246 on the ground. And it was a complete performance. However, it's one of the ones that we like to diagnose here on the triple option because Florida State won, so that makes it a lot easier. Everybody's nicer in the comment section, and they looked really, really good in certain areas. However, there was a lot to clean up, which means I find that to be optimistic because even beating a team by 25 in your conference, they left a lot of points out there on the table. So what we're going to do today is we are going to look through the entirety of the first half and look at some areas where we think that Florida State can clean it up. Normally we do the condensed game and watch the whole contest. We think it would be a little bit more informative to see the entirety of the first half because that's where pretty much all of the miscues, at least on offense, happened. And we can talk about why those happened, why some plays weren't successful, and just mix it up for a little bit. But Adam and Kevin, do you guys want to have any thoughts on the totality of the performance before we get right into the film?
Not
let's
in
hop in.
particular. A lot of people are very passionate over the outcome of that game. I can't find myself having grand takeaways after a 41-16 defeat. I don't know.
They did.
So you didn't know we're the worst team to ever blow a team out?
I just don't. I don't get some of the nonsense that's out there. It baffles me. I hear people calling jet sweeps end arounds that pretend to be aficionados on football.
I might be calling someone else
nothing that Adam hates more than a fake aficionado, if you will.
Can't do it.
Or faux aficionado. Anyway, I'm with you. Let's just get into the film because I came away watching the game on Saturday being more optimistic than negative, but there's some stuff that Florida State's got to clean up. So let's watch it and tell you guys exactly what we see, as we are the true aficionados, as Adam would like to say. Too legit to quit.
I'm just a big dumb O-line guy.
Oh no,
That's not true. You coached quarterbacks.
I did coach quarterback.
No, now you're ruining his street cred. He doesn't
That's
want
true.
people to know he was involved in any sort of passing game whatsoever.
Skill players? What are those?
Ew, gross.
The offensive line, that's the skill players.
That's the
Right,
true
we can
skill.
fast forward this garbage. Nobody cares about a kickoff.
Yeah, but what about one that wasn't returned?
Fast forward. Come on.
Great kick.
That was
There we
great.
go.
Wonderful. Right to the 2.
Nice to have Fabian Lovett back.
Yeah,
McClendon,
that's
nice
a big
job.
deal.
McClendon, nice job working a set and edge out there on the
Yeah.
flare.
So watch number 9 here. Him kind of working outside kind of slows down the running back. Good job.
Like a good fit in the alley. So they are not in too high there. They rolled down into 1 high.
Yeah, they rolled down a fair amount. I think you're seeing it more and more. So when we say roll down, that means one of these 2 safeties comes up, meaning you only have 1 deep. This means you're kind of staying pretty stout in the run game. I don't think they were too worried about Georgia Tech throwing the football.
No, me either. Run game fits seem to be solid.
Yeah, here's a 3rd down. So the story was Florida State wasn't good on 3rd downs. So this is something interesting. This is something you really haven't seen much of. They're kind of doing a spot drop zone here. Kind of hard to tell truly, but to me it looks like some kind of cover 3 where you got these 3 linebackers kind of playing what's called spot drop, where they just kind of keep their eyes on the quarterback. So Fuller doesn't run a lot of this, but maybe they're trying to add it to the playbook. It does a good job of kind of keeping guys in front on these 3rd downs so you can kind of rally and make a tackle.
Yeah, it'd be nice if he zoomed out a little bit so we could really tell the coverage, because this is god awful.
Well, the
Yeah, this is
cameramen
really
were
bad
drunk
angle.
all day. However, good trigger there from who's that? That Kevin
Knowles.
Knowles.
Nice to see Kevin Knowles trigger
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
thought
I
it
think
was
maybe
good.
doing some spot drop stuff might be good for him. I think he's kind of been getting lost a little bit in the man match stuff they like to do.
Yeah, Pittman got kind of
Pittman's
donked right
down.
there, right in the chest. But yeah, that was nice. A good series from the defense, and Georgia Tech's offense really did nothing the entire first half, especially when that Gibson kid was in.
All right, this is my favorite play.
Yeah,
Of
I
the
like
whole
that they
game?
came out. And,
He checks it, they roll, he sees it, he kills the check and goes back to outside zone into the boundary.
he makes a check. Georgia Tech's trying to play games with him, right? So you
Yep.
see them kind of make this line shift, knowing that he's probably checking based off defensive line alignment. And then you just see him calmly kill it. So he's saying kill, 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 kill.
So prior to that, I believe they were going to run to the right, and then he kills it. And they come back running outside zone to the left. And a great block, Lawrence Tolfili.
Huge hole.
I can't believe he didn't break that.
Yeah, so let's see. I guess this kind of tells us that they're probably trying to run at the bubble here.
Mhm.
So this is a B gap bubble. So bubble just means wherever there's not a defensive lineman lined up. So this guy's now over the A gap. This guy's on the C gap. There's no one on the B gap. So probably
you got numbers there. So they're he checks to the numbers.
right. So here
Also.
before he probably checked to run this way where he has the B gap bubble. He's got numbers out here on some level.
Yep.
Right. He would be forcing this guy to make the tackle, which is less than ideal for the defense. But just a little check. They kind of been doing this all season. It's one of the reasons why they haven't been as fast paced as they were the past couple seasons.
Good blocks all around. And like you said, specifically from Toafili, who had a rough first half but recovered nicely.
We've really seen them become an outside zone team.
They really have. They've really focused on it.
I'm curious to see how Trayshawn Ward fits into outside zone running. We haven't seen it a lot from him, but we've seen Toafili and Benson become very proficient at it.
And those two guys are outside zone runners to begin with. They're
Yep.
longer striders. Trayshawn Ward is more of a counter guy. So
So this is an interesting play. So they're going to
ISO.
wrap. Yeah, they wrap. They fold McDonald up inside. I haven't seen this a lot from them.
No, you don't see this much. I saw Atkins ran this at Charlotte, but this isn't something that you see Norvell run very often.
And Maurice just gets beat. That's not good enough.
So what's kind of neat about this is
Manual
by folding this tight end inside, you're really forcing these linebackers to kind of fill interior gaps, and that really opens up RPO opportunities. So
yep,
it'll be interesting to see how they work that.
Did they build off that concept later in the game with an RPO or a play action or anything like that? I don't know if I can remember that off the top of my head.
I don't think they did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think anything like major they built off of it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to point that out, Kevin. That's a nice little wrinkle there for future games.
Counter tray. That's a block out on the edge.
And Benton is so good at breaking tackles, but he's not good at breaking trips.
Those two got to block somebody out there.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Toafili got a guy, didn't he?
Yeah, 87.
Yeah, 80. Cam's just kind of lost blocking a lot of the time.
Motion run game. Haven't seen a ton of that.
Yeah, I like it. I think it kind of gets people going. I mean, yeah, you get all this movement going this way, you're going to kind of open up opportunities. And then you're going to open up one-on-ones on the outside too.
Especially out of 21 personnel.
Yeah. Cam's got to hit somebody, man.
Runs like a tight end, blocks like a receiver.
I wouldn't even give him that much credit.
Yeah, we got to clean that up. All right. 3rd and 3.
A little play action. A little wheel.
Yeah,
I think this is on Jordan Travis, personally.
So actually, this is okay. Before we talk about that, this is kind of funny because you see, we'll see this later. Maybe I don't know if this is in the first half, but so they get this tight end isolated on a defensive end in coverage. I think you see the opposite happen with a defensive end on a running back against Georgia Tech, and he covers it well. But you think this is on JT?
Yeah, I thought the ball was a little hot, personally. I thought he could have given him a more catchable ball as wide open as he was.
There was another one too over the middle.
Angle. There's a different angle of it that shows it. It's kind of hot on top of his helmet, and just I don't know. I'm not saying Preston Daniel shouldn't have come down with it. I mean, he's got to catch that, but
yeah, there's another one too. I don't know if it's in the first half or not. There was a pass over the middle, and Travis just launched a rocket where a little bit more of a deft touch would have been called for there.
Yeah.
He was a little bit hot in the early part of the game, and I thought probably through the first quarter, outside of the second half of NC State, was probably his worst quarter. But then the last 3 quarters he played really well.
Yeah.
Even this one, he's late on this one.
Yeah.
It's behind him. It's on the back hip. It's not out in front where it should be.
Also, at a certain level, when do you say, JT, this is 4th down, we need this?
I didn't see a lot of that the whole game. There were multiple opportunities like that. And I don't know if that was an instruction from the coaches or if that's a Travis being a throw first player now. What do you guys think?
I'm going to say I get that. I get that question. But he's got a wide open guy out there.
Yeah, at a certain point,
I do want my quarterback throwing that ball.
Yes. No, I don't blame him for throwing it. You have to expect your Florida State wide receiver is going to catch the football, but
he's got to throw a better ball too, though. I mean, but rolling to his left.
But honestly, when it comes down to it, if this is a 1-score ball game against Miami, I hope
he's running it probably.
Yeah, I agree.
You take the 100% first down, right? Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
they really tried to get their running game going with this quarterback.
They can have that.
Yeah. But honestly, I mean, little thing here, but this is what's so nice about having Fabian Lovett is he's getting double teamed here. And he's able to fight through it. And you actually see he's kind of there. He's the guy that kind of gets in his face and makes him kind of.
Deloach does a nice job before keeping it inside. Looks like Bethune wins against a block, and Lovett beats a double team.
Let's see. Little safety blitz. A little slow. So I think that's one complaint people often have about the blitzes they've seen over these past couple of years. So you're bringing him up to blitz. You'd like to see him kind of. No, they're trying to hide the coverage, but no point in hiding it.
I think he's okay here. My problem is when he gets to kind of in the backfield. Like, I'm all right with where he blitzed from, the depth he blitzed from, and that's okay.
Yeah. You would like to see him kind of shoot
there.
that
It's like,
there's
here, blow up this running back, right?
There's hesitation kind of right before the point of contact, right?
Yeah.
And Leonard Warner.
They kind of had him accounted for. Like,
it's still a good play.
It was enough pressure to get kind of the quarterback's eyes off the field, right?
It was like an overload, but you didn't overload because you dropped McClendon, and I don't know.
Yeah, you're trying to scheme open a rusher.
Yeah, I don't think this is the best blitzing team schematically. They do some things.
Nice. They got there quick.
There we go, Jamie.
That was nice.
Yeah,
he looked sharp in this game, I thought.
I thought they played him a lot more at the line of scrimmage in this kind of nickel role.
Yeah.
And I think
he's got to be more involved.
I think that's going to be huge going forward. I think they're going to put him here a lot more. I know they did last year, but I think now you kind of have the personnel that kind of dictates. You kind of want 3 safeties on the field if you can.
Yeah.
If you can have it instead of 3 corners.
Man, first just teleports past his guy.
I guess this is actually kind of dime, right? They have Knowles in there too as a second linebacker. All right, so bad punt. All right, we're 5 minutes in. 0-0 on the scoreboard.
False start. This is what I think made the game ugly. Just dumb stuff like that. I didn't think they played with a lot of good energy early in the first quarter, and it just kind of festered throughout the game.
No, very early on, it felt like one of those games like Jacksonville State last year where there was just no energy. It felt like the team just expected Georgia Tech to roll over.
Well, yeah, the momentum got stunted by a lot of all those like pre-snap penalties, and then just it did kind of feel like JSU for a little bit, just some decent drives, and right when they didn't convert to points for a while.
Yeah.
AT does a good job of replacing the blitzer, so Georgia Tech brings a blitz off the edge, he sees it, and that's kind of the first thing you do as a quarterback is replace the blitzer. So does a good job here. Good catch by Wilson.
A little curl flat.
Yeah, just a little curl flat.
It's actually a bad ball by.
Right.
Well, it's either a bad ball or he's expecting Johnny to
come back
to work inside some. I like this. They've been good at this. Hitting these screens, good physical finish, get the first down.
Yeah, that's because Johnny Wilson just boxed out a guy here.
Yeah, they look out there. They've got 3-on-2. Throw the screen.
I'd like to see more of that, especially against Miami next week. Miami's really poor at tackling in the secondary, so getting the ball out there is going to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of guys out there, your skill positions, that are really great open field runners, especially after the catch.
All right, so we're having to break a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Looks like Maurice gets blocked again or gets beat again. Yeah.
Oof, yeah.
So this is your center getting beat, Maurice. Is
that a technique thing, Adam, or the strength thing? What do you think's happening here? I don't remember.
It's hard to tell. It's a weird angle. You can't really see his feet.
Yeah, Benson gets salvages yards out of it. I don't know how much of those you'll get against a better defense, but
yeah.
I'm just thinking about
those kinds of things worry me about playing Miami.
They got a good defensive tackle, that's for sure.
Waiver throw.
Yeah, he knew he had man coverage, so he just let go of it.
Well, bad snap too, messed up the timing of everything. Maurice
bad all day.
Maurice is. I guess we'll see if the blocking recovers a little bit, but a bit of a rough start for him for sure.
Decent run by Toafili.
Let's go back. Can we?
Gibbons gets blown back. Is that it?
No, it's Robert
Oh,
Scott.
Yeah, Scott was getting.
Yeah, he got
He was not
dominated
having a great
there.
game either. Scott or the left tackle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So playing with a 5-man line there. It's not a true 5-man line. They've got a corner or somebody rolled up there, but
that kid just put a shoulder into him and drove him in the back. Didn't even really extend his arms or anything.
Yeah, this is a heavy defensive end.
yeah, he's humongous. He's like 280.
Yeah, so like a taller, spindlier tackle like Scott is going to struggle with that a little bit, but. And to be fair, this Georgia Tech defense is a decent unit.
Yeah,
they're
bad.
like a top 60 unit, which would put them as one of the better defenses Florida State's played this season. So
this play, I couldn't believe they threw that to him.
Yeah, that seems
way. It worked. It's way too much faith in a walk-on caliber tight end.
Yeah,
on 4th and 1,
especially since he dropped the ball.
That's one I got to be. That's one I got to gripe with.
Okay, who would you have had in there? Would you have had somebody different other than a tight end?
Flipping ball on 4th and 1 to a tight end.
Well,
especially against a team you should be able to run on.
All right, because you're not saying we should have used another tight end there. You said you just foregone the tight end completely in that scenario.
They really have been liking this little 12 personnel pistol set. Interesting. Move this
a little wham or a little trap with the tight end, a little Y trap.
Yeah,
good job, Cam.
Did they leave unblocked here? Yeah,
D tackle.
Interesting. I wonder if they're gonna
setting some stuff up for Miami. Methinks.
Yeah, I mean they're showing some different stuff.
Yeah. If you can't block them, trap them.
Yeah, what is the saying? If they're easy to block, they're.
Could tell you.
Yeah, if they're hard to read, they're easy to block. If they're easy to block, they're hard to read.
Okay.
Like a flex bone thing. So if they're slow playing it, then they'll be easy to block. So you go between triple option and midline.
So they're giving you a 6-2 look here.
Yeah, they're.
We're just gonna throw on it. I mean, they're giving you an 8-man surface. You've got to take 1-on-1s outside. I mean, it's the name of the game. This is where I thought Jordan handled the game really well,
making these decisions.
He understood the numbers and then where to go with the football based off of that.
Yeah, Adam, his command of the offense I thought was good all night with the run checks we've already shown and taking this decision. It's just the execution was a little bit iffy at the beginning of the game. That got better.
This is offensive pass interference. It's
tackle him again. That defense is a cheater, Kevin. What are you talking about?
It is here.
He's blocking.
He's doing
a throw. Or
he's doing the fake screen block.
All right. You lived in Atlanta for too long. You've already given away the game. Secret jacket boy.
Yeah, I've probably been to more Georgia Tech games than Florida State.
I've seen that Reggie Ball jersey you have.
There's building off of the what we saw earlier with the counter tray with the puller and with the motion man and the Y.
Good call, AB.
Then you come back and you run the screen backside off of it.
So you're hoping to get some flow.
Yep.
Release these guys downfield. Yeah. I feel like we haven't seen this
block
as
by
much.
Cam there. I bitched about him earlier, but that's a nice block by him.
Couple in a row on this drive.
Yep. That's good. That's good work by him.
Yeah, it is. Ooh,
you need to keep those
hands inside, big boy.
Control, but
keep them hands inside, big boy.
Hey, I'm gonna complain about him. I'm gonna give him props too when he does good.
I agree. Good for you. Fair, Adam.
And we get a couple timeouts here. So
timeout. Jordan's unhappy. Play's not getting in quick enough. I thought a couple times Micah started complaining, thinking he was in or thinking there was more going on, and he kind of screwed up some of the personnel stuff going on. This would keep going outside. Where are you?
He's trying to lower the shoulder and get in.
Well, Preston Dale's got to win that. He's got to overtake. Can't just kick him to the sideline.
Don't blame
Like
him.
right here, he's looking. He's staring. That play clock's running.
Well, I think he thought he got in.
He did. He definitely did. And I wonder another great angle by this crack squad of
Hold on. I
cameramen.
want to see. I want to see what happens on the timeout here because Mike's mad at somebody. I'm trying to see who he's mad at. I think he's mad at Preston.
What's interesting is they're not even low on the play clock. There's still 15 seconds left. Yeah, he's pissed.
Oh, yeah.
He's mad at one of the tight ends. Can't tell who.
Oh, this is okay. Now I remember. It's off the timeout, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, no, they ran this play before the second timeout.
Yeah, they had a timeout, then they ran this play, then they go timeout again.
Yeah, but here it is. Here's the walk.
They said let's.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad snap. I mean, he's taken off. He's got to catch it, but it's high
It's not
right.
a great snap, but you got to catch that football.
I agree.
This kid's an
Oh,
athlete.
that
I'll
is
tell you
just
what, though.
man. I was having shades of. I really was having some JSU shades on a play like that, and then I saw Jordan kind of wincing. Apparently got the old Ric Flair eye poke. I didn't notice it. That
Yeah.
I thought he might have had a concussion or something. I was fearing the
That's
worst,
what-
guys. I was in my own
Me
head for a
too.
little bit.
You weren't alone.
But I actually had to
we don't need
keep.
to watch
I
this.
had to actually keep you off the ledge a little bit, big man. In our
Yeah, you were
group
getting
chat.
upset, AB.
Yeah,
I was
you
not-
were.
I was not thrilled with what was going on.
I had to remind you how bad this offense from Georgia Tech.
Yeah, we were like, you were like, we're gonna lose, and we're like,
No, I
"Yeah,
never
we're-"
said we were going to lose.
You intimated.
Yeah, I would take Jacksonville State's offense over this offense.
I'd love to have you guys in our group chat sometimes. It's a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah,
I don't like bad football.
But hey, defense is facing a short field. Do
Yep.
they bow up? And the Pyron is in.
Got to keep leverage there.
yeah.
Lundy.
On Deloach can't let this quarterback get another 5 yards after
Got
this.
two
point.
guys sticking their nose in the same gap with Lundy and Jamie here.
Let's see. Let's see where they go. Yeah, I think Jamie seems a little bit.
No, I think Lundy's wrong. He can't give up the edge. He's got to contain here.
Are you sure he's not a spill?
No, I don't think he's a spill. He could be.
He might be
don't-
the spill.
That's one of those ones you kind of need to call. I doubt it. I doubt he's a spill here.
You doubt Peyton's the spill?
No, Peyton's staying attached. He's where he should be.
But usually when you stay attached, you spill, don't you?
No, you should always stay attached. To a degree. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Smarter guys than me can probably tell. I can't tell.
Good third down stop. Aggressive defense.
Not much to see. They recognize the screen, made the field goal. Man, I feel like McCall is just, I don't know what it is. He just looks hesitant returning these kicks.
Mm.
Yeah. Can't. Yeah. Gotta have him do. I mean, you want him to do something, right? In the age of the transfer portal. I don't know what else to say, man.
Yeah, that's what it boils down to.
Kid's talented. Who knows? Maybe he'll crack one this weekend. He's got the athletic ability.
Good
I'd rather
protection.
put him at cornerback at this rate.
Done.
Oh, great pocket too, right, guys? Plenty of time.
Yeah,
Ternatine holding up there in pass pro.
yeah, good job. He can handle bull rushers.
Yeah, this was his kind of game.
He's got a good anchor. He
Is
just
that,
struggles
he
against
does,
speed
baby.
rushers.
Man,
Shoot,
he looks smooth,
is
doesn't he,
smooth.
guys? It's good to have him back.
Smooth and explosive.
Jakai?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, this is a good route. That's when you know you got a good receivers, when there's 5 yards of space between him and the defender in man coverage.
I feel like our cornerbacks always have a lot of space on the receivers that we play. I'm used
Playing
to seeing a
just
lot
the
of
best.
green.
Trey, we're just playing
That's what it
the
is.
best receivers in the country.
I think
Ooh,
you're right, Kevin. I think you're 100%
Oh!
right.
that was a good route. That little
Simple
jab
smash.
step.
Hey,
Oof.
good job. Good teaching by the donk there. The
Yeah, that was nice.
redemption of Ron
He is
Dugan's here
clean.
continues. That was really nice, though, by Ja'Kai. Glad to have you
Look,
back.
Ja'Kai
Zero.
Douglas is Ron Dugan's. He's a saving grace because he's just about the only receiver at this point that's been developed in house.
Look at
Roll
that.
outside zone again on the 7-man box. This is a hold on the backside, which is a terrible call.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah, I
terrible
didn't
call.
see that at all. Did they
literally
call it
just-
on Scott?
Yeah, dude literally just falls down.
Yeah, he fell down.
Come on. Give me a break.
These refs are terrible.
I mean, that's the kind of garbage, but people are like, oh, this offense was so sloppy.
Yeah, look at this. Just
Yes,
terrible.
there was some sloppiness to it.
To be fair, they were. I mean, that last possession, they were about as sloppy
There
as you
was
could
some
get in the
sloppiness
goal
to it.
line.
Absolutely.
But that's crap. Yeah, that's on the refs.
That's horrible.
Good job by Meach.
Turnitine too. Jazz held more than Rob Scott did.
Yeah, he did. That was weak. They just saw
Well,
the
now
guy
you're in
fall
first
down
and
and
20
assumed it was
and-
holding.
Everybody's
You're 1st and 20. You're
up
down
in arms.
late in the first quarter against Georgia Tech.
All
right,
day.
so here,
That's
here's
the
where
one I
they-
was talking about earlier, right? Just
Yeah,
flaunches it.
Yeah, it's open, and you got 20 yards.
You got to put a little touch on that ball.
Yeah, which is
They come back
surprising
to that
because
play though. They come back to it.
Travis hasn't really had that much problem with touch since he's been at Florida State. It was interesting to see it kind of rear its head a couple times this game.
Definitely in the first half. I think it was one of those things that worked itself out as the game. Oof.
Well, how does he stay alive there? Then almost there's a pick.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, first quarter was rough.
Yeah. Rob Scott just gets beat.
They both. It just kind of collapses on them. Oh yeah, Rob Scott
Yeah,
gets beat bad.
Jazz, as good as Jazz is against bull rushes, not on that one.
Yeah, he kind of gets blown back, and it doesn't help that there's no outlet on the other side, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do? How do you force Georgia Tech to give you an automatic first down on 3rd and 20?
Pass interference, the Joe Flacco. Is that what we do here? I don't know. It's anytime I think about getting a
Don't they
pass
get a roughing the
interference.
passer?
Yeah, I think it's roughing the passer.
Because Rob Scott gets whipped again.
Yeah, that's a pretty weak roughing the passer.
That's a pretty weak pass pro by Rob Scott. Come on.
Yeah, Rob Scott did not have a good first quarter so far.
Drop your freaking butt and anchor in there, man. I know that's a big boy, but give me a break.
Got to hold up a little bit better than that. A lot of not even just getting beat at him. A lot of times just getting manhandled into the backfield.
Yeah, that maybe Atkins should give him his shoes back.
He's giving that same signal, some sort of kill sign.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what it means in this context, but assume it has to do with run location.
Ugh.
A little
Another
counter
running-
tray.
Yeah. And the ball
Close.
should be here.
Close. Close on a lot of these runs from really breaking them.
Would we
you go.
break him if there was a little bit more decisiveness by Benson? Obviously, he's improved his game over the past couple of weeks, but the way that he approaches the hole sometimes, I don't know if I want to say hesitant or is just waiting for the right time to make a cut. What do you guys think of his running style?
Benson?
Yeah, there's just a couple times where take your time.
Yeah, I mean, I just think he's patient. I don't know.
Over
he's just-
patient.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think he's
pretty-
just one of
think
those
he's pretty
guys.
decisive. Yeah, he's tight hip, so I think it looks like
okay.
I think-
slow or I don't know.
It looks
I know
elongated.
I know what you mean. Like I know what you're saying. I just think he's real tight hipped, and
I think it just
looks. I think it looks awkward.
because
I
he's
think
an
he's just an
effective
outside zone runner.
right. He's an effective runner for sure. I'm definitely not saying
Trey.
that. Maybe it's like you said, Adam. It's more of a visual thing than what's
Gotta
actually
bounce this,
happening.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I think this is a learning process for Toa Philly because last year he would bounce everything to the point
Yeah.
where sometimes you just need to get a yard or two. Now I think he's overcompensating
And
here.
you've got
by
Dillon,
trying to-
you've got Douglas on one, you've got Pokey on one, and you're running to the sideline.
Yeah.
This is where he missed a Trayshawn Ward. I really hope he's able to get back this week.
Yeah, I mean, no one. I don't know if there's many running backs in the country that can consistently run counter as well as Trayshawn Ward.
No, I'm with you there, big guy. You know how I feel about number ocho.
But I think it's interesting because now you have, I think he's kind of a counter specialist, and you've got Benson, who's an outside zone guy who you see struggles with counter, but really thrives when he's out on the perimeter.
And another PI, but we can't see what's going on down there.
This was
It's
a
a 5-man
PI.
pressure. They get a little bit of pressure, but it's not a lot.
All right, so man coverage across the board. They're in man free. Most certainly. Yeah.
Jazz gets beat a little bit there.
Ball's a little underthrown by Jordan Travis here.
The other four did a pretty good job. Better job by Rob Scott.
And here you see him bounce it.
And this, of course, took 9 million years to figure
Of
out that it was an
course
easy
it did.
touchdown. Great run. Great run. Kind of an ugly drive with all the referee intervention, both for and against Florida State, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think the officiating helped to aid the narrative that this was an ugly game or an ugly performance. Like, I think after the first two drives, they kind of cleaned it up, and there were some penalties that happened that were legitimate penalties, but like that drive was ugly because of the officiating.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Man, they really wanted to run these slow quarterbacks.
Nice fit and fill by Greedy. I think
Gant
he's gotten
running
better.
around.
I do think
Yeah,
he's
Loki.
gotten better.
Loki Gant kind of is the savior of this play. So he kind of occupies two blockers here on the outside.
It's really his balance, Kev. Like he's caught up in a muddle of crap right there, and he's still able to kind of eke his way out and affect the play.
Yep. Vance turns it back inside, and now you got guys.
He's a different kind of athlete in there too.
Yeah, it's good team defense for sure.
I do think you have something with these corners. I mean, Vance is a long guy. Thomas is obviously a long guy. And number 28, I think, has a bright future, which is pretty crazy to think about.
Oh yeah, he was a transfer candidate. His story is one of the low-key most interesting, if not the most impressive. Just
look at that.
Yeah, right. Very decisive.
I mean, this guy was playing safety 6 months ago, and they asked him to move to linebacker as an undersized guy. And I mean, he took his lumps at the beginning, but I mean,
you know, Kevin, he's earning those reps too with all that great special teams play he had. He really those aren't just charity reps to get a guy engaged, man. He's earned his spot on this defense, and I hope he continues to improve.
Yeah, I mean, this is a close game. It's 7-3. It's not like you're putting your backups in just to put backups in.
What happens here, Adam?
A bunch concept. Guess who's going to blow this?
Tell me, who's blowing it?
The Florida State defense.
Oh, okay.
They're trying to communicate it. They're really trying.
Look, everybody's pointing at it. It's the triangle of doom.
Honestly,
they're terrified of this bunch.
I've got to look this up before we get too far into things, because I have a hunch. I haven't actually looked this up. I know this is not good podcasting, but I'm gonna look this up.
Well, just lie and say it is. People will believe you if you lie.
This is great podcasting.
Right there, we go, boys.
What podcasting
Finally,
looks like right
I'm rubbing off on you guys. Just lie.
All right, so let's go defensive yards.
Adam, while Kevin's looking that up, just look. They recognize the bunch set. They
they're
know that
out.
they're bad.
Jamie and Bethune are both calling it out. They're trying to communicate what should happen. And
so Florida State is 19th in the country in yards per play on every play, every down.
Okay. 19th, like good, like
19th
top
in the
20 in the country at defending yards per play. Okay.
when the offense lines up in bunch sets.
Oh God, man.
This is just I did not look this up beforehand. This is off the cuff.
Okay. Drum roll.
Guess. Make a guess.
105th,
106th.
Worse.
132nd.
No, better. It's 110.
Ugh. That's a nice 90. What's that? 91 spot difference.
And you just came off a bye where you could have easily self-scouted that you suck at defending this.
Oh, and they did. They know.
I have been a staunch Adam Fuller supporter. This is unacceptable.
Look at this. This is.
Oh man, you're bringing up the other. You're bringing up the other screen. All right, point it out.
124th in yards.
110th in yards per play, and that's on the 19th.
110th in yards per play. 124th in touchdowns. 112th in completions. 111th in completion percentage. 116th in yards per attempt.
Oh, they suck even. They suck even when teams run out of it too. Look at that.
There's a reason teams have run 140 plays against you in bunch formations because they know you suck at it.
Oh, I wonder if that's something that Miami does. I wonder if that's like a.
You'd be dumb not to.
Yeah, I know they're going
I don't know.
to.
I've seen Josh Gaddis's game plans, and I don't think that he'll come up with that one. Hopefully, he doesn't watch this show.
Josh,
let's try to decipher what the hell's going on here because Deloach and Jamie, Bethune and Jamie start covering the same guy.
So usually, so if there's 3 over 3, usually one guy will take first inside, one guy will take first vertical, one guy will take first outside, whatever. So yeah, let's see.
I believe that Bethune is the wrong one here because Jamie should be playing. He should be playing the will. I think. I don't know. There's a lot.
Actually, I think
pieces here.
I don't think it's miscommunication. I think Greedy Vance just gets beaten man coverage.
Somebody's got to be underneath of that. You've got one crossing, so somebody walls it.
I think Jamie's dropping.
You've got nobody on the backside. I guess there's a tight end up there, but he's blocking.
Well, I think Cooper's sitting here waiting for this crosser, and you have. I think you have Robinson drop into the middle of the field. The quarterback just gets it to him before Robinson can be there, right?
Is it a blown? I mean, is this more of a blown assignment or just more of a pretty execution by FSU defense and pretty good execution by Georgia Tech offense? This doesn't seem like a total bust in communication, is it?
I think it's mostly that Greedy Vance just gets beat so fast that his underneath help doesn't have time to be there. He gets beat immediately. Like, this guy just started the slant, already has a full step on him.
Be nice to see him reroute a little bit, right, Adam? Get a little bit more aggressive.
Well, I get he's got a guy in his face. They're setting a little bit of a pick on him, but yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see him take some of that space away.
Yeah, good throw and catch by Georgia Tech too. You got to give hats to him.
Absolutely.
Those stats that you posted, they're ruining my brain, Kevin. I knew they were bad. I really did know they were bad. But
I was literally turning to my wife every time they'd be in bunch sets. I'd be like, "Look, it's bunch."
First down, first down, and I'm sure she was really engaged about that.
There you go, Brendan. Again.
But good response, right, guys?
Look, she can tell you what cover 3 is.
Good for her. Look at him living in. This got a little hairy, didn't it?
This is what is this? All right, so you got trips and then a nub. He's running a crosser. They're clearing out. You basically just have him. So the question is this man all the way from Cooper, or is he giving an undercall and passing him off to Tatum?
That's tough to know. Tough to know without having the call sheet.
So it's hard to know. he's
Well,
calling.
he's pointing, right? Yeah.
He's saying under,
pointing.
under, under. So I think
Yeah.
this might be on Bethune.
That would make some sense.
Well, think about that too. I mean, that's the type of route concept where like NC State would have the running back leak out for the
He
wheel
wouldn't
route,
be passing
right?
it off to Dent. Dent's on the screen.
I don't think this is
So
on.
yeah, this has got to be on. This has got to be on Bethune.
Got to be either that or he's just so convincingly wrong.
Yeah, could be.
I don't know. I feel like Cooper knows.
I
what
don't
he's
think
doing.
he should be. I don't think he would be chasing personally.
Yeah, I don't think so. Especially with his pre-snap alignment.
Yeah,
He's kind of angled towards. I think he just has his eyes on the quarterback.
You think he was scared about the wheel route from the running back out of the backfield, like how they got burned the past couple weeks on that?
That's
from NC
probably
State
exactly what
Clemson?
this is.
Right? Because the
No, but
problem was.
you got Dent on the back.
Oh, okay.
Look at Dent.
Okay.
Dent's on the back.
Okay. Never mind.
But even then, like, I mean, they've switched that all year, so I can't imagine that they wouldn't there.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
All right.
Even your veteran
Return,
guys can mess up every
return.
now and then. Good
Can't
return.
even.
Oh, penalty.
There was a
Okay.
flag on every stinking return in this game.
Yeah, the refs really just made themselves. They really inserted themselves into this game. I was tired of looking at that guy's face.
You couldn't even say Florida State right.
Yeah, Florida State.
I don't know. I was watching a Miami game a couple weeks ago, and they called him Florida State. It was kind of funny.
Nice
Oh,
by
did they?
McLean. Like to see him keep elevating his game.
Yeah, McLean has not showed up this year. It'd be nice.
It's like he makes a couple plays and then just disappears, though. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I'd like to know how much he's actually on the field. But Travis, to that point, he spread the ball around. I think he threw a
Mhm.
pass to like 9 or 10 different guys. Another check or what?
If we're gonna review this, it's not even
All right,
close.
so here's one. It's like, oh, the coaches aren't letting Jordan Travis run the football. I mean, Jordan Travis has every opportunity to run the football here. He decides instead of going and taking this safety on one-on-one, he's going to save himself a little bit. It's a smart decision by him.
This is something that we like to refer to as the trace option.
Oh, the namesake.
Or as I heard Tony
Always
Romo
good.
say the other night, this is an RPO.
Who said this?
Tony Romo. I chuckled a little bit.
I mean, it's not. Actually, it is wrong.
Yeah.
Not a throw. That's a
It is.
lateral.
It is wrong.
Yeah, I hate it when people call read options RPOs. You just sound so.
Mm-hmm.
Don't-
This is literally
if you're watching the show, guys, don't call a read option an RPO,
right.
please.
Don't make Kevin hate you like he hates Miami.
You just sound so. It just sounds so. I don't know.
Yeah. Take your time, review it. For
Hey, let's go review
45
it. Let's ugly
minutes.
this game up a little bit more.
It was just no flow at all. It was tough. It was tough to watch as a fan, even though Florida State didn't
Hell,
really
how did
play
we get here?
We missed a touchdown, so blame our friend that cut up this film.
I know who to yell at.
Yeah, so we missed that.
Oh, that
but
was
we
the
do get-
bomb. That was the Johnny bomb.
DJ. Yeah, they're Johnny. Yeah, sorry, DJ.
do get this motion though, so that's nice.
What's he got going on there?
Oh, hey now, easy. This is a kid show, there, brother.
No, it's not.
All right, what happens here?
Out of all the plays to cut out, man, that sucks.
I don't know. It
Kinda
starts so
missed.
late. I couldn't even tell you what's going on.
Yeah. All right.
What?
No.
What is going on?
We jumped backwards. Oh, let me get this
Okay.
review.
I'm gonna yell at.
Spacemen.
now we're at 37
Now they're
again.
spacemen.
So
I think we
it
missed a
randomly
field
just-
goal. Oh no, this is it. Okay.
We're
I
back.
love how much pistol they've gone to.
Ah, turf monster. Arr.
Yeah, the turf monster eats him up. He's got a pretty high center balance.
Here we go.
Zhoo! That is a
Oh.
dime, baby.
Oh,
That is
nice
a dime.
open
That's one of his
field
best
moves.
throws of the year, I think.
So real simple. Georgia Tech's getting worried about you running the football on them, so they give you man coverage on the outside. And in years past, Florida State has not won this, and Florida State has not been able to throw against man coverage in a loaded box. And now they are, and it makes offense look a whole lot different. It's amazing what having one person win a one-on-one.
My God, he's just so fluid for such a big guy.
It really is.
I thought for sure he was down at the 1.
Yeah, well, good thing nobody listens to you, big man. You know what's crazy, Adam? You said it was one of the best throws he's had of the year. Was this even his best throw of the game?
Yeah, I thought this one was actually better than the.
Okay. Interesting.
What about the toss it straight up in the air and hope Pokey will?
Oh, Renardo! My God.
We finally get one. We finally get a quarterback.
Look at us
mistake.
Give up the inside. Look at that. Oh, hey, here, you can have that space.
No problem.
Look at us be on our heels.
You don't like that technique, do you, big guy?
I hate it. Hey, look at me.
But if it makes you feel better, he put one hand gingerly on his shoulder.
Yeah,
I
can't, man. I can't. I just can't.
It's like the Uma Thurman 6-inch punch from Kill Bill. He just knocked him right down.
That's a great movie.
That is a great movie. Both volumes.
Leonard Warner playing a little middle linebacker. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, how about that? Look at him play.
Coop's getting double teamed.
3rd and 19, right? Oh,
yeah, I mean,
almost convert.
There's 5 people in the box.
Banking on somebody getting him down here.
They almost don't.
Oh, and they do, but.
All right. A little trickery here. Now we don't know who's going to block us. It worked. Good punt.
More trap.
It's RPO.
Yeah, I know, but trap blocking up front. I'm paying attention to the real players.
The lineman, geez. So wait, is that kind of a wrinkle off that play that we highlighted earlier, or was the other one an RPO too? It was a give both times.
I believe they've run this every time.
Okay, so it's the same play.
RPO.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good push. And now who's Turnitine's hurt, so Washington's in.
Yep.
Yeah, so we can watch them.
I
think this is also an RPO.
Ooh, that's holding, right? Look at man. Scott's got a handful. That's a lot.
This RPO, he pulls it.
Oh my God, that's an atrocious hold.
Oh my gosh,
dude, that's horrible.
How did they not call that?
I don't know.
That's the one that didn't exist earlier.
Oh, that is bad, Rob. What are you doing this week, brother?
Holden.
Yes.
And
thank you, Kevin, for answering the rhetorical question.
Florida State's going to play one of the better defensive lines in the country again.
Running outside zone on 3rd and 6.
Yeah, you like it.
See that from the Knowles every day.
Man, he looked good there.
Yeah, old Toa Philly.
Man, Maurice, get a piece of this dude.
Get a piece of anybody, right?
Oh.
I got a feeling Atkins wasn't too thorough when he watched this.
No, there's some stuff to clean up in the trenches. They ran for about 250, but it wasn't always pretty, was it, boys?
I think Jordan throws this on a line too much.
I think so. I think you've got a 6'4" receiver. I mean, this is a pretty tall corner.
Well, this is due span, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't an RPO. This is most likely a play action all the way.
Yeah. You won't let him run underneath of that, though, don't you? I mean,
I think this is one of the ones where I was like, why is he throwing this on a line so much? Again, they're going to that 12 personnel.
And
another flag. There you go.
Well, this is one Deuce doesn't understand it. He's late because he's down the field, ball's down the field. they had already made their personnel change. He didn't get it, I guess, or wasn't paying attention. He comes in the huddle as they're breaking the huddle.
This one is
They
a
even
laser
have a huddle?
from Jordan.
They muddle huddled. See him there, so they flag him for 12, which is stupid.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a nice ball.
Hard to tell if this is
Stank on it, man.
this RPO.
Mm-hmm.
Good job
It
from who's
almost
that?
looks like he's reading
Poitier.
gun.
Look at Poitier being very physical there at the break. Nice.
It's a good route too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hold up field.
He
broke
throws
off.
that thing. He throws that thing right on the break too. This is
Yeah.
well played by them.
It is. And their safety's right there too.
Mm-hmm.
He almost makes a play on this, but it's a good throw.
Yeah, Jordan really picked it up in the second quarter.
Yeah, so I think Jordan made some of the poorest throws he's kind of made this year, but I think he also made some of the best throws he's made this year, this game. So it's kind of a Jekyll and Hyde. Makes good catches, or makes good checks. Here's a variation of that 12 personnel, but now you got the two receivers kind of flexed in tight.
Oh, look at him make a block. You don't need to do that much, though, my friend. 13. We need to keep you healthy. I like the chutzpah. I like the moxie, but God,
More the
dude.
trap.
Oh,
That's new from them this week. I like that. They didn't go into a shell, which is something we talked about coming out of Clemson.
We did. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
I like. They're not. I'm not saying they're.
Oh, keep those hands inside, biscuit.
They're not changing the game here, but this is
I mean,
good.
they're diversifying the run
They're-
game, right?
They're being diverse.
I mean, it's fine if you're formationally uniform as long as you
Trey.
are diverse in your play calls, and they are. They've run counter. You've seen them run outside zone. You've seen them fumble a couple of times.
Yeah, there's another one right there. Yeah. Oh, see, that killed your momentum because you were driving again.
He gets caught up on Rob Scott, and the guy comes in behind. Tough.
And that's just what GT does, right? Obviously, that graphic shows everything. So defense has got to step up again. And oh my God, they eat this guy alive.
Oh yeah, good blitz here by Tatum Bethune.
He does a good job getting skinny and getting off of it.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Then our resident 50-year-old man
That's
makes
right.
Big dude.
AARP Lenny.
Nice tackle.
There you go,
Right.
Is it
Right,
Jarian
JJ.
or Jarian? They all call him Jarian on the broadcast, and I feel like they're wrong.
Call him corner number 1.
Oh,
Honestly,
oh man.
it's not
Get
high
the
praise.
masses stirring.
Good for him, man. Go play.
Hey,
Go play 7.
He's had a decent year this year.
Here we go.
Can't knock him for that.
Does this kid come back by a holding?
Dropping lead. I wish I could tell you what the hell's going on here.
Yeah.
Is it okay for the tight end to get a little piece of his versus leg? Yeah. 3rd and 29. That's an NFL blitz conversion right there. Another negative.
Come on.
Power read.
This is what you're going with on 3rd and 29. You want to get this kid hit on 3rd and 29?
Yeah, why are you getting your quarterback?
Come on, man.
Old Chip Long.
Yeah, who coached that offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Man, their punter stunk.
Yeah, he was struggling.
But it doesn't matter, man. No, it's a return, so there's got to be a flag, right, guys?
Every time. It
I
never
don't even.
failed.
Does that count as a return?
I don't know anymore.
Sure.
These refs are melting my brain.
Now we're
Another flags. Yeah, it was so much ref inflicted, self inflicted. Yeah, a lot of dumbassery all around. Wait, so you call that one on the officials?
Oh no. It was a false start.
Yeah,
they really mucked this game up.
They mess with the flow. They're bad vibes, guys.
Well, we got Kev.
Got mesh.
They
Mesh.
run a lot.
The infamous mesh. When you're running man coverage, it's nice to have mesh because one, you get these crossers that kind of set picks for each other across the middle of the field. 2, you often can run a wheel out of the backfield, and you'll see that often gets your running back one-on-one with either a defensive end or a linebacker out in space. And that is a matchup you should win.
Good blitz pickup.
Hey, we won
Nice
the
back
matchup.
shoulder throw.
Good catch by Benson.
It is a good catch and a good throw. But that's
Good
easy
rhythm.
money when they're playing
Good
man
rhythm
coverage.
throw.
Jordan erased so many of those pre-snap and holding penalties with his arm this game.
Yeah. I mean, this defense isn't bad either.
Trap
So
again.
No, not at all, Kevin. I mean, the FSU's offense is really starting to roll. You can feel it right now.
right, Benson.
I wonder what they saw made them feel like that trap was going to be a good play this week. What they saw from GT.
I don't know, but they sure have run it a lot.
That's almost like a count. It's almost like a counter trap too, because it gets him going flow to the left. And
I don't know if that's split zone or if that's counter. To tell.
Worried about penetration from the defensive tackles. I mean, they're not big, but Florida State's had some issues with some speed penetration all year on the offensive line. Maybe get out ahead of that a little bit.
Maybe.
Good tough run.
Oh, it's interesting.
Oh, is this the?
Oh yeah, dude, this is garbage. Garbage.
History.
I am so happy that they jammed it right in these refs' faces right afterwards. Just rubbed it all over their face.
So here's another thing you do against man coverage: you run switch routes because again you get those crossers, right? The same thing that you saw with the mesh where they cross over the middle of the field. Now they're just crossing over here. It's a good man beater. Kind of gets a natural rub. They called
Except he doesn't actually touch anybody.
No, Johnny does his best to avoid using that great movement we praised earlier. Oh, this is egregious.
Yeah. So you're not allowed to like.
Dude, he didn't do anything. He tried to juke around him.
Yeah, you're not allowed to block him, but you're also totally allowed to run a route near another wide receiver.
Yeah, and the guy clipped him in the face with his arm, dude. Wilson didn't initiate any of that contact. He tried to juke around him. That's textbook, right? That's how you're supposed to run a play like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, dude. The stadium was so fired up. Yeah, Johnny.
Oh,
what the? I'd say this on my old podcast.
Slow motion look at it.
Oh, look at him, a shiver from that. Oh, that dirty so-and-so. Guess what?
Oh, here it comes. Mesh again.
Ooh, actually this isn't mesh.
It's just shallow cross, right?
Yeah, it's some kind of levels concept. But either way, you're running a wheel on the backside here. And actually, is he picked up by this end or this corner?
No, he's picked up by the end.
Oh, so you run the corner off with your tight end, and you
get your tight end. Here, waste your space with this tight end.
Yeah,
let your 280-pound defensive end cover Toafili.
Yeah, please put a corner on Biscuit.
I'll be honest with you. The defensive end ran with him pretty good.
Yeah, he did. And he almost makes a tackle too.
I mean, it's not.
That's an athletic guy.
Yeah, that is an athletic guy.
If he wants to come to Florida State in the transfer portal, I mean,
okay.
Is that the same kid that was blowing up Robert Scott earlier?
Yeah, he's pretty good, man. Kev, you're from Atlanta. Go holler at him.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, this was just such a wonderful, wonderful executed play.
Great throw.
Great catch.
I was happy to see him come back to it because they ran it earlier, and the corner picked up the back because they I don't think they ran it out of the same formation earlier. And that's the one they threw. They threw it to Douglas. They threw it to Douglas, and he threw it hot, and it ended up being a drop. I was glad to see him come back to it, though.
You're talking about Preston Daniels?
What?
Yeah, the one he completed a pass to Douglas earlier, Adam.
No. They ran the same play earlier, and remember, you were like, "Oh, that's what I was talking about," where Jordan threw it real hot over the middle.
Oh, that was the same play. He just a different guy.
I believe they changed the formation up to get Toafili on the end instead of the corner.
Oh, that's nice coaching. That's good coaching there. I like that. Scheming McMike scheme guy.
Here's a well-timed blitz.
Yeah, okay. He doesn't have the ball. Yeah.
So the number one rule for quarterbacks and read options is when in doubt, give the ball, because this man is a much better running back than this man is. For
We'd
some
rather
reason,
him
the
get
Georgia
hit than
Tech
you.
quarterback did not know that rule.
I think it was just a lot of guys in Garnet there very quickly. I think
Yeah,
he's
this is a
just
great blitz, though.
he's freaked out by those chrome face masks. Yeah, man. Robinson time's a good blitz.
I like him playing up near the box.
It's his
I
best spot, best space.
I think that you're seeing more and more of it.
Oh, good. They motioned out of it.
Georgia Tech was in
Ooh, there we
negative
go.
land
That's the way to make a
all
play in a
day
hole.
in this first half.
Pat
Yeah, and
Payton.
you're just beating him up front.
Yeah.
Is Verse supposed
What
to
a
jump to the
freak
inside
play.
on that? I know that Verse makes the play, but is that what he's supposed to do, guys?
No.
I doubt it.
Okay. I just want to say that it didn't look right. He made the play, so hats off to
He
you.
does that. He'll kill you in the run game from time to time.
Yeah, because he's doing that too often. Against good teams, you can't get away with that.
Right.
He just hopped right. He just did like a little jump cut to the inside. I mean, he still got him, but Pittman, dude, this
Like a
is light year.
spinning on nobody.
Dude, I would give him credit.
Hard to be
This
mad
is
at him.
light
He
years.
catches
Yeah,
everything,
dude.
and
he's
Light
turning
years
these
for like
better
10
than
to
last
15
year.
yards.
God, you curmudgeon.
I
Curmudgeon.
love him.
Yeah. And he
Nice
makes a
again.
catch right in Adam's face.
How about Washington?
Why not throw to Johnny?
That's me. I'm Johnny.
Behold the power of mesh.
Oh God, Kev, every time.
It's such a beautiful play.
Yeah, I'm with
Yeah.
you, Adam. Yeah, you might have picked the wrong cross.
You always throw at the under guy. Never see the over guy get thrown. Some stupid mesh rule, I'm sure.
No. Throw it to the open guy. Interesting choice. I guess he saw that he's got his receiver kind of man on a
Mhm.
nickel back here. He had man coverage across the board.
It's impossible to know what he sees because we can't see anything.
It looks like
Thank
covered
you,
two
ACC.
man.
I
if
thought
I
it
remember
pretty good. I
correctly.
mean, for that decision, we can't really pick apart the decision because we can't see anything. Good throw. I mean,
It was good throw and just even better coverage.
yeah.
That's just a play.
Let's see if we can get miscommunication on a bunch here. What do you think?
Probably not.
No,
Although
dude.
it's 3rd and 6. Oh, they're just playing so soft.
Ja'Kai Douglas.
They're just playing
Like to
soft
see him
around
get the
here.
ball more.
This is his first game back, right?
Second.
Mhm.
He played
Second,
against
yeah.
Clemson, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good. He's settling back in. That was nice. He
Nice
doesn't
little
look-
pitch and catch.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a guy that missed extended amount of time at all. Oh, Cam.
We went to this a couple times.
For a
just
second,
to-
he screwed up and didn't go out of bounds, and then he realized, oh, I better get out of bounds.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Hey, good recovery, man. Oh, that's fun stuff, guys.
All right, we got 36 seconds left.
Like to have a touchdown here.
One timeout. They blitz. We pick it up.
Batted down, almost a deadly turnover.
Yep. Wasn't going to be much anyway. Quite get running all these crossers to the short side of the field.
You don't like that as much, Adam?
You're just kind of running out of space, aren't you?
Yeah. Especially when kind of your receivers converting into running backs after the catch is one of their main strengths for a lot of these dudes. Empty formation, one of Jordan's favorites.
Like a drop.
This is a
He
crosser.
runs a great route here.
So this is just old school cross.
Mm-hmm.
Probably got some sort of dig.
Let the officials set a pick for you.
He honestly
Oh, you
I wonder
gotta
if they
come
did that
down
on
with
purpose.
that.
That's what you teach them to do. Absolutely.
turned right at this.
Yep.
You see?
Run them right into him.
Oh, that's awesome.
This guy catches
Oh,
flipping football, though.
Yeah, that one did bounce.
He thought he
completely
did.
And
off.
then don't get up and act like he caught the ball.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Good call, good throw. Got it right.
Right in the chest. Catch the flipping ball.
Jordan was really on.
Yeah, after those few throws at the beginning that were a little hot, I think he ended up having one of the better performances of the season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Johnny's getting doubled.
No, good call. Just got to execute, boys. 2nd and 5, 25 seconds left. Sack.
Yep, can't take that.
No.
They're out of timeouts. Yep. And then Cotton Fitzsimmons. Wait, why are we going back? What? Oh,
I just want to
watch.
see who the sack was on. It looks like Maurice Smith in the middle just gets blown up, and then it's
Yeah, they got a green dog.
Washington also
They
gets
cleaned
blown
it
up.
up. Too much pressure though. Across the board.
Yeah, 53 is going to need a little bit of help this week. They're going to have to get some chips from his buddies.
Doink.
Solid, brother.
Down the middle.
Nice. And the Noles recover nicely in that first half. I thought it was great. That was a good microcosm of the game because it showed you just that Florida State, they had a good solid game plan. They had all the athletes in place, but they really got in their own way against the defense that Kevin has pointed out multiple times. It ain't a bad defense. They had some players on it. It's an average to better than average defense, and Florida State put one of the better offensive performances against them that they have seen. And Georgia Tech has played some pretty solid offenses this year. It's just rivalry game coming up against Miami. Emotions are high. All that stuff needs to be cleaned up. I come out feeling much better. Not that I felt bad about Jordan Travis's performance, but even on some of the plays that were erased by drops and penalties and things like that, Jordan was really on it after that first couple of series. I come out not worried about the interior of the offensive line, but they're going to have to do something about it because that's one of Miami. They don't have a ton of strengths on defense, in my opinion. They have a lot of talent on defense, but I don't think they played particularly well. Got to worry about Leonard. What's that? Leonard Taylor is their defensive tackle. Yeah, got to worry about him. But I feel better about the first half. I don't know. I thought that was good, man. I thought that was a good. That was a good personification of the game. I thought it really kind of gave you everything you need to know about it.
I mean, I think when you go back and rewatch it, you see mistakes, obviously. You see errors up front, guys getting beat. But I think you see that it was a cleaner game made ugly by some penalties, absolutely, by some game flow stuff with officiating. But I thought decision-making wise, I thought decisions were pretty good throughout the whole game. I thought Jordan was going to the right places with the football, which is good to see. I think guys made pretty good reads throughout the game. Receivers were where they needed to be. Backs made right cuts. Defensively, you were filling gaps the way you needed to, where you're supposed to be. I mean, there's obviously instances in there where, like we pointed out, Jared Verse gets himself out of gap, jumping inside, but ends up ultimately making the play. You know, rewatching that first red zone series, it's like Micah probably scores on the jet sweep there. They just can't get an angle of it because of the horrible positioning of the official and the cameras. And then you got an unfortunate fumble that is just kind of dumb luck. And I feel like there's a lot of dumb luck that bites this team in the ass that they need to get out of their system. Like I'm looking at it and, you know, it's trickery and all. I just don't see that. I don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my eyes are wrong.
No, they didn't do a bunch of. I don't think they did a ton of smoke and mirrors. It was outside zone. It was trap. It was. I mean, they ran a bunch of the same pass concepts, just at a different formation. Sometimes it was mesh. It was. No, they played them pretty straight up, in my opinion. I think the viewing experience might get a little skewed. Like you said, it was a way uglier watch live because of how much effect the officials had on it. And some of that due to Florida State's sloppiness, but kind of watching it in more of a condensed, like straight watch. No, you know what, man, I didn't get that at all. I thought it was a really good performance. Shaky at first, but
I think the atmosphere also makes it feel uglier than it is. It wasn't a good crowd. It was a dead atmosphere.
Yeah,
And
dead is a good way
I
to
think
describe
that impacts.
it.
I think that impacts our viewing experience when we're watching it on TV, also to a degree, because it's like it's not loud. There's not a lot of energy. That makes its way down the field. There's not a ton of energy on the field. I don't. It was just a weird game.
It ain't going to be that way Saturday night. There's going to be, for the first time in 9 games, that place is going to have some energy, right, when the Dolphins aren't in town. Like, it's going to be rocking. So that will be another test. How does Florida State do when that energy is enhanced in that environment? Because they've done good, like against LSU, and then some games against like Wake and Clemson where they haven't done so good.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see how much the team really has progressed. Kevin, anything else to add before we get out of here?
Yeah, no, I think you guys nailed it. I think the sloppiness is a little over-exaggerated. The 2 fumbles really stand out, but if you kind of erase those 2 fumbles, this game is probably like overwhelming blowout. You're facing a team that's been pretty messy all season in Miami, like the messiest team in the country probably, just in terms of how many mistakes, how many turnovers they make. So as long as you don't out messy them, I think Florida State's going to keep it simple and try to just win the one-on-one matchups against Miami, and so we'll see moving forward. But I don't know. I was encouraged that you're able to consistently beat Georgia Tech on one-on-ones because you weren't able to do that last year. And so I think while you can look at the small picture of the mistakes being a concern, the big picture of Florida State making more mistakes than Georgia Tech and still blowing them out is encouraging.
You get out of your way just a little bit more, and that's like a 35-point half against the Georgia Tech, who the only pretty decent thing about their team is their defense. I come out feeling more optimistic. Florida State has all the potential in the world to really take it and just choke those storks down south to death. And we will be there with you as a triple option crew. Noles 24/7. Go to the site. If you're not a subscriber, what is you doing, my friend? Go. It's the best site in the history of Florida State football, sports, media, or the internet. So subscribe, and we will be here with you for some more. Kevin's got a great solo scheme-based preview that is always the highlight of my week. And I do other stuff during the week of my own entertainment, which can't even hold a candle to that. But he'll be doing his preview. The notorious Dane Draper and I on Noel Thy Enemy will be doing a personnel-based preview. So it's going to be, the Predator meme of Kevin's scheme, our personnel. We're going to give you everything you need to know about those jokers down south. And then join us for an instant reaction. Hopefully, my God, another night one. Hopefully they win because it's late for these old men. But just stay tuned with us, man. We're going to keep you covered. And thank you for watching as much as you had. I think it's been our most successful season. And it's all thanks to you guys. We love you. Keep